Welcome to the 12th Man, the only pro football show that shoots live out of La Quinta hotel rooms, traveling back home on the road over the winter holidays. Today, we show no heart or sympathy towards AFC fans who watch their teams melt down in the heat of the AFC wildcard race. Did your team miss a playoff berth because they couldn't beat Geno Smith? Oh, Dolphins fans. I'm Brandon Perna, and you're watching the 12th Man on the Pro Football Spot channel. This is how the AFC playoff picture has wrapped up. The Denver Broncos own the #1 seed with home field advantage and every single offensive record of all time. The Patriots have the #2 seed and will be resting this weekend with the Broncos. Tom Brady and Peyton Manning will continue to respect each other publicly, even though we all know they gladly wish Vince Wilfork would get hungry enough to eat the other one. The AFC West owns both wildcard spots, so the Chargers will head to Cincinnati to play the Bengals this weekend, and the Chiefs will play the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And that's your AFC playoff picture. And in case you missed the games from this Sunday or the highlights that have already been showed on all other sports networks, we're gonna give them to you, straight up. The Broncos destroyed the Oakland Raiders. Peyton Manning threw his 55th touchdown of the year. The Broncos offense became the first to score over 600 points in a single season, and Oakland Raiders fans broke the record for having the most illiterate fans in the league with this sign. Broncos closed out the game 34-14. The Bills let the Patriots manhandle them 34-20. The Patriots rode LeGarrette Blount as he rushed for 189 yards and also had 145 kickoff return yards. That still wasn't enough to take the spotlight away from Tom Brady. Deciding he could never surpass Peyton Manning's godlike passing numbers from this season, Brady started to chip away at punting records by crushing a 32-yard punt on a 3rd and 32. The Ravens gave up any chance they had at making it into the playoffs by losing to the Bengals 34-17. The Bengals clinched the #3 seed with another head-to-head quarterback masterpiece between Andy Dalton and Joe Flacco. Both quarterbacks combined for 7 interceptions. And Dalton's soaring into the playoffs off of a 4-interception performance. The only quarterback to enter the playoffs on a stronger performance was the 2011 version of Tim Tebow, who finished the season with 3 consecutive losses, 3 fumbles, 4 interceptions, and only 1 touchdown in the last 3 games. The Bengals have a backup punter, Sean Powell, who had a punt in this week's game that went for 10 yards. Not 10 yards after it was returned back, 10 total yards. Maybe he can get some punting tips from Tom Brady. The Colts clinched the #4 seed with a 30-10 victory over Jacksonville. However, after watching this play from Jaguars linebacker Leroy Reynolds, one would never have guessed that he's playing for a 4-12 team. Leroy, you don't have to try that hard when you're playing on a losing team with nothing to play for. Don't risk destroying your entire f***ing face for a meaningless tackle in a meaningless game. And of course, the only thing the Dolphins had to do to get into the playoffs was beat the Jets. The Dolphins went from a near automatic wildcard berth to finishing behind the Jets in the AFC East, while running back Bilal Powell carved up the Dolphins defense with 30-yard completions. Let's quickly recap the Dolphins season so we all know exactly why they didn't deserve to enter the playoff race. And now, introducing your AFC #6 seed, the San Diego Chargers, a team so amazing that they needed lopsided officiating, a fake punt in overtime, and an imposing kicker with the syllable "suck" as part of his last name to defeat a Kansas City Chiefs team composed of backups and Sonic employees. The Chiefs benched 20 of their 22 starters, and the Chargers still almost lost. My question is, why are the Chiefs letting their division rivals get into the playoffs? Isn't that what the Chicago Bears did when the Green Bay Packers beat them before the 2010 and 11 playoffs? Yeah, the Packers were a #6 seed who proceeded to eliminate those slacking Bears in the NFC Championship game. So Kansas City, if San Diego beats you and your starters in the playoffs, then you have nobody to blame but yourselves. Thanks for watching this road edition of the 12th Man on the Pro Football Spot channel. For all 38 of you that watch this show, we'll be back in studio next week. I mean, studio really is just my apartment, but it's better than a La Quinta Inn. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and happy holidays and all that shit.